You lease a storefront, install rows of washers and dryers, connect a payment system, and unlock the doors. Customers bring their own clothes, load the machines, and do most of the physical work themselves. There is no kitchen, no complicated inventory, and no sales team convincing people that clean clothing is useful. The machines run, the payments arrive, you collect the money. That is the laundromat fantasy. The reality is that a laundromat may require less direct customer service than a restaurant, but economically, it behaves less like a vending machine and more like a miniature utility company. It depends on expensive equipment, continuous water and energy, reliable payment systems, predictable customer traffic, and machines that must remain available when people need them. The business can operate without the owner standing behind a counter all day. That does not make it passive. The first thing a laundromat owner sells is not soap, water, or even clean clothing. The owner sells reliable access to capacity. A customer arrives with several bags of laundry because the washing machine at home is broken, too small, or non-existent. That customer is not casually browsing. The laundry has already accumulated and the problem needs to be solved now. This creates dependable demand, but it also creates very little tolerance for failure. If the large washer is broken, the customer cannot simply divide a heavy comforter between two smaller machines. If too many dryers are unavailable, clean wet clothes become a new problem. If the payment system fails, an entire room filled with perfectly functional equipment may temporarily produce no revenue. Alliance Laundry Systems, one of the major commercial equipment manufacturers, describes laundromats as pay-per-use businesses, where machine downtime immediately removes the ability to generate revenue and creates additional repair costs. That single detail dismantles much of the passive income story. The machines earn money only while they are available. Before reliability matters, however, the owner needs customers. A beautiful laundromat in the wrong neighborhood is still the wrong laundromat. Demand tends to be stronger where many residents rent, live in smaller homes, lack dependable in-unit machines, or need larger commercial equipment for bulky loads. The owner also has to think about parking, visibility, safety, public transportation, and competitors. Laundry is heavy. A location that looks close on a map may feel far away when someone is carrying 3 overloaded bags. This is why the building itself is not the main asset. The real asset is the relationship between the site and the surrounding households. Even after choosing the right neighborhood, the owner still has to decide what kind of demand the store will serve. Small machines may attract ordinary weekly loads, while larger machines can handle blankets, family-sized laundry, and commercial work. A store with the wrong equipment mix can be busy and still leave money on the floor because the most requested machines are always occupied. That leads to the first hidden system, turns. A turn is one paid cycle completed by a machine. More useful machines, more operating hours, and stronger demand can produce more turns. But the store cannot sell unlimited cycles. Every washer and dryer has a physical capacity, and every cycle consumes time. A machine that takes longer to complete a load reduces the number of customers it can serve during a busy period. A popular oversized washer may earn more per cycle, but if there are too few of them, customers queue, leave, or decide not to return. The laundromat therefore faces the same problem as a theme park ride or an airline seat. Unused capacity disappears with time. An empty washer at 3 in the afternoon cannot sell that lost cycle at midnight. A store may be open for many hours, but revenue often concentrates around evenings, weekends, and the routines of the surrounding neighborhood. The owner is not only pricing laundry, the owner is pricing limited machine time. Then come the utilities. Every paid wash creates revenue, but it also triggers water, sewer, heating, and electricity costs. Dryers add another energy burden, often involving gas or electricity depending on the equipment and site. Efficiency therefore affects profit on every cycle, not once at the time of purchase. Energy Star says certified commercial washers are, on average, about 9% more energy efficient and use roughly 45% less water than standard models. That does not guarantee that replacing equipment will always produce a good return, but it shows why two stores with similar customer traffic can have very different operating economics. One owner may see a machine full of quarters or digital payments. Another sees gallons of water, heating costs, sewer charges, and wear accumulating with every spin. The apparent advantage contains a hidden tension. More customers create more revenue, but they also accelerate maintenance and utility consumption. The goal is not simply to keep every machine moving at any price. It is to price each cycle so that the revenue exceeds the full cost of producing it. That cost is difficult to see because it is scattered across several bills. Rent arrives monthly. Utilities change with usage and local rates. Equipment financing continues whether the store is crowded or empty. Insurance, cleaning supplies, payment fees, security, taxes, and repairs each remove another piece. A strong-looking sales total can hide a weak store if the owner confuses money entering the machines with money remaining after expenses. And then there is labor, the part supposedly eliminated by self-service. Someone has to clean lint, wipe machines, mop floors, remove abandoned clothing, refill vending products, empty trash, handle payment failures, and respond when a customer puts detergent in the wrong compartment or overloads a washer. A completely unattended store may save payroll, but it can also create other costs. Customers may struggle without assistance. Vandalism can go unnoticed. Small equipment problems can remain unresolved, and cleanliness can deteriorate between inspections. A dirty laundromat has a particularly destructive problem. The customer is arriving to make clothing clean. If the floor, machines, or folding tables look neglected, the store contradicts its own product before the first cycle begins. That perception affects behavior. Customers may avoid touching surfaces, leave sooner, choose another location, or warn neighbors. Revenue falls and the owner may delay repairs or reduce cleaning to protect cash. This is where the downward chain reaction begins. One dryer fails. The remaining dryers become busier, creating longer waits and heavier wear. Customers begin taking wet laundry elsewhere, so the store loses drying revenue and perhaps future washing visits. Lower revenue makes maintenance feel easier to postpone. More machines become unreliable, and the store earns a reputation for being the place where equipment is always broken. The decline may be gradual enough to hide. The lights are still on. People are still doing laundry. The owner may see customers and assume the business is healthy, while machine availability, customer trust, and revenue per visit are quietly deteriorating. Successful operators responded to this problem by making laundromats less passive, not more. Clean Right Center offers a useful example. Its parent company says it pioneered a laundromat superstore model after being founded in New York City in 1996. By 2022, the company reported about 40 locations in New York City's outer boroughs and more than 30 additional locations across several other states. These were not tiny rooms filled with a dozen anonymous machines. Clean Right says many of its locations provide more than 150 washers and dryers, along with attendants and additional services. The model also includes self-service, wash, dry, fold, and, in some markets, pickup and delivery. That evolution reveals what the industry learned. The basic self-service cycle may bring customers through the door, but convenience can produce additional value. A customer who lacks time may pay the business to wash, dry, and fold the clothing. Pickup and delivery remove the trip entirely. Card or digital systems reduce dependence on coins and can make pricing and payment management easier. The laundromat stops behaving like a room of machines and begins behaving like a laundry service platform. But the transformation adds complexity. Wash, dry, fold requires employees sorting, labeling, quality control, and responsibility for someone else's clothing. Pickup and delivery add drivers, routing, and scheduling. Larger stores need more equipment, stronger utilities, and enough demand to justify the scale. The adaptation does not eliminate work. It exchanges one kind of work for higher value services. This is the central contradiction. The more successful laundromats try to grow beyond basic machine rentals, the less passive they become. So what does a realistic outcome look like? The best case is a well-located store with dependable equipment, enough machine variety, sensible pricing, and loyal customers. Utilities and maintenance are monitored closely. The store stays clean, and additional services generate revenue without overwhelming operations. A more ordinary success may still require frequent owner involvement. The store produces steady cash flow, but the owner or manager checks equipment, handles vendors, reviews utility bills, resolves customer problems, and protects the location's reputation. A weaker outcome is stagnation. Older machines consume more resources or break more frequently, but the owner cannot justify replacement. Competitors modernize, customer traffic slowly shifts, and discounts become necessary to defend volume. The failure scenario begins when debt, rent, and utilities are built around optimistic demand. Traffic disappoints, maintenance is delayed, and unreliable machines reduce the remaining traffic further. The store may still look automated. The economics are already unraveling. A laundromat can provide recurring demand and can operate with fewer employees than many service businesses. Those are genuine advantages. But recurring demand is not the same as automatic profit, and self-service is not the same as self-management. The owner is not merely collecting payments from metal boxes. The owner is managing location, capacity, utilities, reliability, cleanliness, and trust, one cycle at a time. A laundromat looks passive because the customer presses the button. The business works only because someone keeps everything behind that button running.